Hello students, good morning. Hello everybody. This is Pradeep sir and this is a continuation class of class 10 mathematics, and today we are going to continue the topic volume and surface area from class 10. Students, in the previous session we have learned how to find the surface area of combination of solids. Now I'm going to show you how to find the volume of the combination of solids. Okay, so here is the first example. This is a model. As you can see from the figure, that the middle portion is the cylindrical part and top and bottom are two cones. The total height of the model is given 12 centimeter. Height of each cone is 2 centimeter and diameter is 3 centimeter. Now we have to find the total volume of this model. So first of all, we have to find the height of the cylindrical part. So here, as you can see, total height equals to 12 centimeter. Height of each cone H1 equals to 2 centimeter. So to find the height of the cylindrical part, we have to subtract the height of two cones from the total height. That is, height of cylinder, I am taking the height of cylinder as H2. So it will be 12 minus both side 2 centimeter, means 2 plus 2 4 centimeter. So it will be 8 centimeter. And diameter is given 3 centimeter. Therefore, radius R is equals to 3 upon 2 centimeter. Okay. Now we have to find the total volume of the solid. It is a combination of a cylinder and two cones at the two ends. So total volume equals to volume of two cones plus volume of cylinder. So volume of two cones, we know the volume of each cone is 1/3 pi r square h. So there are two cones. So 2 multiplied with 1/3 pi r square h1. H1 is the height of the cone as we have taken here. Plus volume of cylinder is pi r square h2. Height of the cylinder is h2. So from here we can take pi r square common. So it will be 2 by 3 h1, 2h1 by 3, and this will be h2. Whenever you will do some related to mensuration, that is volume and surface area, always go for taking common and do the calculation at the last step, because if you start doing the calculation from the very beginning, then it will kill a lot of time and it will become more complicated. So it is better to keep the things as it is and do the calculation work at the last by taking something common if it is there. So here 22 upon 7, value of pi, r is 3 upon 2, so square is there, 3 upon 2 into 3 upon 2, inside the bracket 2 h1, h1 is 2 upon 3 plus h2 is 8. We can cancel 1 2, so it will be 11 into 3 into 3, that is 99 upon 14. 7 to the 14, and from the bracket we are getting 4 upon 3 plus 8. 4 upon 3 plus 8, go for LCM, so it will be 4 plus 24, that is 28 upon 3. So here I am writing it directly, 28 upon 3. Now this 14 and 20 will be cancelled. 2, 3 and 33, 99 will be cancelled. 33. Okay. So here we are getting the answer as 66 centimeter cube. Understood? So this big calculation has been reduced to large extent, and we are getting an easy answer by simple calculation. Okay. So in this way we have to think part by part and then do the use our concept and the formula to find the volume of combination of solids. So let me show you one more example. Okay, this one is gulab jamun as it is given in the textbook. This is gulab jamun, which consists of the cylindrical part and the ends are hemispherical. Cylindrical part in the middle and two ends are hemispherical. The total length of the gulab jamun is given 5 centimeter and diameter is 2.8 centimeter. So it contains sugar syrup. It is given in the question that the volume of the sugar syrup is 30% of the volume of the whole gulab jamun. So we have to find the volume of syrup present in each gulab jamun, and then we have to find the volume of syrup in 45 gulab jamuns. So step by step we have to proceed. First of all, we have to find the volume of the gulab jamun, volume of each gulab jamun. So for that, let me find the height of the cylindrical part. Now diameter of the gulab jamun is given 2.8 centimeter. These are the radius. This is R. This is R. So radius R is equals to 1.4 centimeter. Diameter is 2.8 centimeter. So radius will be half of that, 1.4 centimeter. And total height equals to 5 centimeter. Therefore, height of cylindrical part, that is height of cylinder. So as you can see from the figure, to find the height of the cylinder, we have to subtract the radius from both sides of the total length. This side, radius of this hemisphere and radius of this hemisphere should be subtracted from the whole length to get the height of the cylinder. That is 5 minus R plus R, that is 2R, that means the diameter. So 5 minus 2.8 centimeter, that gives 2.2 centimeter. So this is the height of the cylindrical part. Now volume of each gulab jamun. Volume of each gulab jamun equals to volume of cylinder plus volume of two hemispheres. Volume of cylinder plus volume of two hemispheres. Here I am taking the height of the cylinder as h. So it is volume of cylinder is pi r square h, and volume of two hemisphere 2 multiplied with 2/3 pi r cube. As you know, volume of hemisphere is pi 2/3 pi r cube, and volume of cylinder is pi r square h. So I take common, pi r square can be taken common, pi r square. So it will be h plus 2 to the 4 r upon 3. So value of pi 22 upon 7, r is 1.4 centimeter. So 1.4 multiplied with 1.4, h means the height of the cylinder 2.2 plus 4r, 4 multiplied with 1.4 divided by 3. So this 7 comes 1.4 is 0.2, then 22 multiplied with 0.2 multiplied with 1.4, so it will be 0.28, and inside the bracket LCM 66.6 plus 5.6 divided by 3. 4 multiplied with 1.4 is 5.6, 3 multiplied with 2.2 is 6.6 upon 3. Now this is 56 and 5.6, 6.16 multiplied with, this is 12.2 divided by 3 centimeter cube. So this is the volume of each gulab jamun. Okay. Now we have to find the volume of syrup present in each gulab jamun. I am not going to simplify this because so many calculations are still left. We have to find the 30% of this one, that is the volume of syrup, and then there are 45 gulab jamuns, so we have to multiply with 45 also. So no need of doing the calculation, keep it as it is. You will find it easier later on. Therefore, volume of syrup in each gulab jamun it is given 30% of the total volume of the gulab jamun. So 30% means 30 upon 100 multiplied with these values 6.16, 12.2 divided by 3 centimeter cube. So this one we can cancel, 0 0, this 3 can also be cancelled. Remaining we have to keep as it is. So 6.16 and then 12.2 upon 10. So let me make it 1.22. Understood here? The last part. It is 12.2 upon 10. 10 is also there in the denominator. So I have shifted the decimal one place. So this is the volume of syrup present in each gulab jamun. Now we have to find the volume of syrup present in 45 such gulab jamuns. So 6.16 multiplied with 1.22 multiplied with 45. So this calculation we have to do. So this is 338.184 centimeter cube. That is the volume of syrup present in 45 such gulab jamuns. Okay. So hope you have understood the whole thing. We have to do it step by step and put correct formula for that. Okay. I am going to show you another example. A vessel is in the form of inverted cone. Its height is 8 centimeter and radius of its top, which is open, is 5 centimeter. So it is a cone. The radius of the top is given 5 centimeter, r equals to 5 centimeter, and total height of the cone is given 8 centimeter. It is filled with water up to the brim. So first of all, let me find the volume of water present in the cone. Height of cone h equals to 8 centimeter, radius of cone r equals to 5 centimeter. This is full of water. The question says that some spherical balls are dropped in the cone such that 1/4 of the water is displaced, spill out of the cone. We have to find how many spherical balls are dropped in the cone. So it is quite clear, as you can remember, it is related to Archimedes principle, where we have learned that volume of water displaced from a container is equals to volume of solid immersed in it. Okay, so first of all, let me find the volume of water present in the cone, and then 1/4 of the water is spilling out, so we can find the volume of water displaced. Volume of water in the cone equals to 1/3 pi r square h. 1/3 pi I am keeping as it is, because when the spherical balls will be dropped, the volume of the spherical ball, it will also contain pi, so both the pi will be cancelled. So I am not putting the value of pi, instead I am putting the other values. R is 5 square, r square is 5 square, and h is 8. Therefore it is 25. 25 multiplied with 8 is 200. 200/3. So it is 200 pi upon 3 centimeter cube. Now some lead shots are dropped inside the spherical lead shots like this. All are identical, and radius of each spherical ball is 0.5 centimeter. So let me draw the sphere here. Its radius, suppose I am taking r dash, and that is equals to 0.5 centimeter. Radius of the spherical ball is 0.5 centimeter. So when the spherical balls are dropped here, 1/4 of water is spilling out of the cone. Suppose it is collected in a container. This volume of water displaced from the cone is 1/4 of the total volume. So first of all, volume of water displaced equals to 1/4 of the volume of water present in the cone, and that is 200 pi upon 3. So 200 pi upon 3 centimeter cube. So it will give you 50 pi upon 3 centimeter cube. So this is the volume of water displaced from the cone. Now then we have to find the volume of each sphere. Volume of each sphere. Each sphere equals to 4 upon 3 pi r dash cube. Since I have taken the radius of each sphere as r dash, so 4 by 3 pi r dash cube. Okay, so here 4 by 3 pi will remain as it is, and r dash is 0.5, so here we can write it as 1 upon 2, 1 upon 2 centimeter. So this is 1 upon 2, 1 upon 2, 1 upon 2. Okay, so we can cancel this, so it will become pi upon 6 centimeter cube. Okay, now here we have to use the Archimedes principle, which says that volume of solid immersed in a liquid or fluid is equals to volume of the fluid displaced. So total volume of all the lead shot will be same as the volume of water displaced. Okay. So let us take, there are n number of spheres been dropped in the container. Let n number of spheres dropped be dropped in the vessel. So volume of, therefore volume of n spheres equals to n multiplied with pi by 6 centimeter cube. Okay, so this is the total volume of all the spheres dropped, and this is the volume of water displaced, 50 pi upon 3 centimeter cube. So according to Archimedes principle, now hope up to this it is clear to you. Volume of water in the cone using the formula was 200 pi by 3. Then volume of water displaced was given as 1/4 of the total volume. So 1/4 of 200 pi by 3, that gives 50 pi upon 3 centimeter cube. And volume of each sphere, radius of the sphere is given 1 upon 2 centimeter. So volume of each sphere is pi upon 6 centimeter cube. And if n number of spheres are dropped, then volume of n sphere is n into multiply by pi by 6 centimeter cube. Now we have to use the Archimedes principle here. So according to the question means here, according to Archimedes principle, volume of solid immersed, that is volume of n spheres, is equals to volume of water displaced, that is 50 pi upon 3. So n is equals to 50 pi upon 3 multiplied with 6 upon pi. So pi will be cancelled, 3 cuts 6 is 2, so it is 100. Therefore 100 spheres was dropped in the vessel. So this is clear to you now, I hope. Now you can do this sum very easily, this type of sum where we have to find the volume of combination of solids. So go on for practicing some more sums. There are different types of sum in the textbook, but all have the same concept, that is we have to use the formula of particular shape by understanding the shape. Okay. So let me conclude the class today. Let us meet in the next class where I will show you how to find the volume and surface area when conversion of solid is taking place. Means one solid is changing into another. Volume, one type of solid is changing into another type. Like a cube is changing into cuboid, or cylinder is changing into cone, or sphere is changing into cylinder, like that. Okay. So till then, goodbye and have a beautiful day.